Evil shall destroy its own self. I have been at high level of spiritual awareness where I feel myself vibrating in every single being and every living thing on this planet. I could feel myself as this one energy. I realize that we are all one. It is only an illusion that we think we are different or divided from one another. We are one being, even though we are in different vessels, having different shapes and different size. But it is the same life force, it is the same soul that is within this vessel we call the physical bodies. So I want to address social distancing and staying 6 feet apart. There is this research done by Roland McCarthy, who is the director of the HeartMath Institute. He have done studies which shows that the heart generates the strongest bioelectromagnetic frequency within the human body, and which serves as a channel for communication among individuals when they are in close proximity. The study go on to show that when people are 4 feet apart or 6 feet apart, there is no transfer of communication between those people because the electromagnetic field cannot reach the distance when they are 4 to 6 feet apart. However, it shows a strong connection and communication on those persons' ECG recording when those persons touch or in close proximity. But when they are far apart from each other, that bioelectromagnetic frequency decreases. However, that electromagnetic frequency or electromagnetic field increases when people show a feeling of gratitude, sincere feelings, a feeling of love and appreciation. The electromagnetic field gets stronger. For all those who are fear mongering, that decreases the bioelectromagnetic field of the heart to a smaller size. But people of love and who are fearless have a stronger bioelectromagnetic field which can reach people over greater distances. So when we are divided, we are easily conquered. But when we come together as one, when one piece of stick is alone, it is easily broken. But when it is surrounded by many other pieces of stick, it is harder to be broken. So when we are divided, we are easily conquered. But when we unite, we are harder to control. We are harder to be conquered. So when we are divided, we cannot vibrate on one accord. So therefore, the frequency of the human race will be at a lower level because no bioelectromagnetic communication or transfer of energy won't be among them because we are being trained or drilled to stay several feet apart. I feel like there is a bright burning fire deep down in the depths of my soul, wanting to come up out of my mouth to enlighten this world, because a lot of lies is being told in our very face. They take us for fools. They take us for fools. When we wake up out of the trick, we shall see by how much things we were fooled. Have you ever watched the movie called Predator? Predator, they describe as an alien which has dreadlocks. His antenna look like dreadlocks. What is a predator? A predator is a hunter. And predators hunt prey. So therefore, we are the hunters. We are not the ones supposed to be hunted down. We are the hunters supposed to be hunting these evil entities and burning up them with the spiritual truth. I'm going to just go and delve a little deeper into consciousness because there is so much things that I can tell you, but I have to take you through step by step. From a baby stage, you learn to creep, then you learn to walk. But there is so much power and knowledge that I can show you to enlighten your mind, but I have to take you through step by step. But I'm going to just dig a little deeper and show you just how deep down the rabbit hole goes. The source, there's a source, which is the life of the light of all lights. That source gave birth to what we call God and the devil. Evil is connected to the source. Likewise, good is connected to the source. The source is neither positive nor negative. It doesn't take sides. Therefore, it sends power and energy to each force, which is what we call the yin and yang in Chinese philosophy. And this is the key to unlock the spiritual and the physical world. This is the only way for us to rise up out of the hell state we are in, rising from the low physical vibration to a higher vibrational frequency. Evil draws energy from the source, and good draws energy from the source. Evil uses the energy from the source to fight good. So we are being neutralized that we have to do nothing to win this war. But God lives inside all of us, and that power is inside of us to use, but it lies dormant and awakened because we are neutralized that we don't have to do anything to fight back. But I'm saying to you, it is time to fight back because 2020 is the year of completion. It is the year when 666, which is imperfection, ascends and rises into a state of perfection, which is 777, 777. And when you times 777 by 3, it equals 21, which shows that 2021 is the year of completion. And no wonder why they are so impatient. Because guess what? Time has run out on them. So it is not worthwhile to have lengthy warfare. Lengthy warfare is costly. So therefore, they have to ramp up the speed and inject this metal into our body to weigh down our spirit, to weigh down our soul, and keep the low physical vibration from going. Because without that, our DNA is being transformed and we are ascending to a higher level of consciousness. And that's what they are afraid of. They are afraid of you. They are afraid of you. We are not the ones who are supposed to be afraid. We are being tricked. And when we wake up out of this illusion, this nightmare, this dream, this hypnotic state that we are in, we are going to just see that we were being fooled by many things. So our goal is to wake up out of the illusion and stop believing everything that we hear. We're supposed to do deep research or do deep spiritual meditation to unlock the power of God within yourself, to rise up out of this hell state into a state of peace and tranquility. So, I must tell you that the World Health Organization features the rod of Asclepius. It features a rod with a snake entwined around it. This is the same concept we hear in the Bible of Moses, and when he throws down the rod and that rod turns into a serpent, and when he picks it up by the tail, it turns back into a rod. The same thing goes in the Bible again, where we see God told Moses to make a bronze serpent and put it up on a rod. And when the people looked at it, they would be healed from the sting of the serpents. That serpent is the Kundalini energy, the life force or sexual energy within our physical bodies. It is the energy within our physical bodies. So therefore, we have to rise that Kundalini energy up through the 7 chakras, from the sexual area or the base of the spine up to the third eye. And that energy has to go through the medulla oblongata, which is the mouth of God, up into the nostrils or the nose, into the pineal gland. So covering the nose with the mask, we are really hiding the face of the upright serpent, because the nose is the upright serpent, because behind the nose is where the serpentine energy, which we see on the World Health Organization, is the energy that runs up into the nose, into the pineal gland, and thereby light the lamp of God. And that is what will activate the corona around our head, which is also known as the crown chakra or a sun disk. So if you look at the World Health Organization emblem, which features the rod of Asclepius, if you look at the double helix DNA, it would strikingly resemble 2 entwined serpents. So the serpents would also reflect the DNA, and DNA holds the key to our transcendence, because it holds ancient knowledge passed down from our ancestors down to us, which can be unlocked by deep spiritual meditation, by stilling the mind and connecting deep down within yourselves. So we need to start a revolution. We need strong soldiers of the light who can stand up. And the thing is that the revolution is going on, but they are not showing us on the media. They are just perpetuating the same thing over and over again to inject us with this metal to weigh down our vibration to a lower physical level. So they want to keep us trapped in the physical dimension, down on a lower level, where we are controlled like sheep. You hear the word, people? Herd. We are herds. What are herds? Herds are sheep being led by shepherds, and these shepherds are not leading the sheep in the right direction. If you look at the governments of the world, the political leaders, you notice the key terminology here: political. Political. It doesn't have anything to do with spirituality, because in the ancient past, in order to be a king or a leader, you have to be a shaman king, meaning you have to be able to tap into other worlds or other dimensions in order to pull down knowledge to the physical dimension, in order to lead your people in the path of righteousness. And these leaders are not spiritual. They are physical. They are materialistic. They only lead the people on basis of materialism and what it has to do with just the earth. But they have no instruction from higher source on how to lead the people. So we need shaman kings or shaman governments, people who can tap into God, because some people don't like to hear the word other worlds or whatever, but let me use the word God for basic understanding. We need leaders who can tap into God and use God to lead the people in the right path. But these leaders are not connected to anything. They are just as dead and done as the lower mass of the people. So that's why they are leading us to destruction, because their eyes are blinded. Their pineal glands is closed down as well, so they don't know better. So they are going to lead us to our doom and our destruction if people don't wake up and realize what is truly going on. A couple years ago, while I was in the spirit, I saw that God was going to burn up the internet, meaning that it's not a physical fire. It is a spiritual fire that God will use to burn up the internet, meaning that the truth will be all over the internet, and they cannot censor everybody if everybody is uploading the truth, this truth will spread like wildfire. No matter how much they try to censor and delete these videos, it will continue to spread, because if people keep sharing these videos and makes them viral, a viral video is hard to get rid of, because everyone will actually see it and have it on their phones or on their tablets and on their laptops. So it will be harder to control the truth when it is viral. So the technologies that these men are inventing to spy on us, to keep track on us, is going to be the same weapon or the same knife used to stick goats, because it is going to backfire and turn against them, right? That is what is going to happen, because we can use these technologies for good as well. It can be used for evil purposes. And the thing is that we are going to use these technologies. So you see, everything that is happening, good is going to come out of it. That's the number one rule. Good is going to come up out of all the evils and the atrocities that is taking place on the earth. Because these technological devices are what will be used to decimate and spread the truth all over the earth. So the truth cannot be tamed, it cannot be hid for long. Because if you look at the sun and you see some clouds over it, the clouds won't hide the sun, the light of the sun, for very long. It will come out shining. It will come out shining. So the purpose is to make this video viral, because I have deep information. I can take you so deep down to deep levels of consciousness, it will blow your mind. And we need this information to survive. We need this higher dimensional knowledge of who we are, where we came from, how we got here, who is really God. We need to know deeper information about these things. And this is what I have: direct communication with God. And I can lead you to that light if you chose to. So I want this video to be viral. I want it to be viral. I want it to be heard all around the world. I want the leaders to hear it as well. I want it to be viral so we can start and spark that revolution, start that spiritual, that soul warfare within us. That heat is burning up inside. That heat, that spiritual purification is at hand. That's why they are so panicked. That's why they are so panicked, because the time is at hand. 2021 is the year of completion. It is the year when the 6 turns to 7, when the state of imperfection turns to a state of when it is the year when the 6, which is imperfection, turns to a state of perfection. That is what they are afraid of. So we need to get rolling. We need to start burning the fire, purge and cleanse this earth from the evils that is taking over the earth. You cannot weigh us down for long, because there is something inside of us so divine, it cannot be controlled. It will just burst up in your face if you try to control it. We shall be free. We shall be free. Set us free. And we are not asking for freedom. We will take our freedom.